Hey everybody, it's Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Today we are making blueberry shortbread bars. For this recipe, guys, all you're going to need is our Sicilian Lemon White Balsamic. I'm going to put that right there. This is a beautiful, popular flavor actually from our store that's also great in sparkling water if you want something refreshing on a hot summer day. But we're going to be adding this to our blueberries to get a nice little flavor combo there. And other than that, what's optional is you can also use some butter infused olive oil if you want, just in the shortbread mixture. So we're going to get to that right now. So since we are baking today, you want to set your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit to preheat. Also, you want to get a 9x13 pan and put some parchment paper in it. That's a lot of peas. We just put a little bit of coconut oil on the bottom so the parchment can stick right to that. And now we're going to get to our dry ingredients. Now again, for ingredients, please head on over to our website as all the ingredients and amounts will be in there. First, we're going to start out with our flour. To this, we are adding some salt, not too much, and also some sugar. Then you just want to mix that all up. Once that's all done, next thing we are going to put in is our coconut oil. When it comes to the coconut oil, you kind of want to get just kind of really mash it into the flour, so make sure you get a nice consistency all throughout. Before I get too far, I'm also just going to add a little bit of our butter infused olive oil, just to bring out the buttery flavor, because who doesn't love shortbread with a little bit of buttery flavor? So I did switch over to my hands. As you can see, it's getting to the point where you could even form a nice ball with it. This is basically the consistency you want this to get to. And we are going to be putting some of this in the bottom of our pan. Now at this point, you want to take a cup out of here and just keep that off to the side. We're going to be using this later as a crumble on top. With the pan and the rest of this, we're just going to get the rest of this in the bottom here. And we're going to spread it out evenly. Make a nice thin crust with this. And here we are. We've taken our batter and just pushed it down to reach everywhere and make sure it's all together. If there's a few little ridges, that's okay. It will be rather thin, but now we are going to throw this in the oven for about 15 minutes. So for our blueberry mixture, we have this on medium-high heat. We are dealing with some frozen blueberries, so we're just going to be cooking these down and adding a few other ingredients. We are going to throw in our maple syrup. To that, as well as some Sicilian Lemon White Balsamic. And then with that, we also zested one lemon, so we're going to throw that zest in there too. And then basically we're going to be bringing this to a boil. So the timer went off. We've already taken our shortbread out, so we're just going to let this rest while we're working on the blueberries. So the blueberries are coming along nicely. As you can see, we've got a boil going here, so they're cooking down. We're just leaving the lid off a little bit so the moisture can escape. We're just going to keep an eye on this for a little bit longer. Alright, so this is pretty much reduced by half. What I'm adding to this is just a little cornstarch slurry just to thicken it up. Get that all mixed up so it gets a little thicker like a jam. Alright, before we go to adding our blueberries to this, you want to set your oven to 350 instead of 300 because we're going to be baking it at that for a little longer. So we've got our blueberry mixture. We're just going to get this nice and even in here. And then you can even take this and just shake it around a little bit. Make sure you get to all those corners. Looks pretty good. And now we have the remainder of our shortbread that's in here. So I'm just going to take a little bit first. Just going to break it up in my hands. Just do a crumble like that. All right, so the crumble's all on top. We are going to pop this in our oven again at 350 degrees for 40 minutes. So we will see you guys then. Hello. So timer went off. Check on this. Oh, it smells glorious. It's getting a little brown. It's not too bad around the edges there. Blueberries are still bubbling nicely. So I think we're done here. We're just gonna really let this cool and then we're gonna cut it up into our bars. So now we're just making an optional glaze that you can drizzle over the top of this. We've got some powdered sugar in here and then you can just add whatever milk you want. So put that in there. It's a brand new carton, so it's a bit, yeah, fun. So we've taken this out of the pan nice and gently and gingerly. Then we are going to take our glaze and we are going to drizzle this over top. Now we're on to the cutting, so I'm just gonna eye this up, try to go right down the middle. All right, so next what you want to do is get all these onto a dish. You can pop it in the fridge for about an hour. That way the glaze will set nicely and then we'll be able to try one. All these are out of the fridge now. They've hardened up nicely. They smell amazing. Let's get our bite now. What I love too is see how much of the jam is right in the middle there. Oh, all that flavor right in the middle. That is perfect. First time we made these, there wasn't quite enough jam in the middle, but that is the perfect amount. You get the nice little sweet tart citrus going on with the Sicilian lemon and the blueberries and the buttery shortbread. Who doesn't like shortbread, honestly? If you like this video, this recipe, please leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Also, you want to get out a 9x13 pan, and I've got some parchment paper